They didn't talk about anything that would matter to anyone outside those four walls. I can almost guarantee it. And that is exactly why this is going to be the end of Joe Biden. I believe that he's out of touch, and I think he's so out of touch that he's got to be out of time.
When asked about the Biden administration's top accomplishments, new Fox polls show nothing was the big winner, as you can see on the screen ahead of you. What's interesting to me is that 38% said nothing, that he hadn't done anything that had helped them in any material way. And many people say, as a matter of fact, if he had done nothing at all, I mean, really done nothing and not reversed some of the Trump policies, we'd be in a better state than we are today. Take a look at this. When we talk about what he did immediately when he came into office, he revoked the permit for the Keystone XL pipeline. He did other things by suspending new oil and natural gas leases. He rejoined the Paris Climate Accord, halted border wall construction, which has been a massive problem, and ended Remain in Mexico. Then he reinstituted that $235 million for the UN RWA, relaxing sanctions on Iran oil sales, releasing billions in sanctioned funds to Iran. He has put us in a whole mess of trouble, and voters are really aware.
Can you guys imagine what these numbers would look like if January 6th, imagine if January 6th had just been treated like a regular leftist, mostly peaceful riot, or imagine if the left didn't do all the crazy lawfare against Donald Trump. I mean, the polling, it would probably be like nothing we've ever seen before, like an absolute bloodbath, right? But actually, you know what? I don't know. Maybe that's not even true. Maybe Trump wouldn't even be in the picture. Maybe we'd have DeSantis or, God forbid, someone like Haley. Who knows? We'll never know, obviously. But here's the thing I think that the media doesn't fully seem to understand as they just continue clapping like trained seals at Joe's elitist fundraising, right? They still haven't learned their lessons from 2016. These people created Donald Trump. They cannot survive without talking about Donald Trump. And it's all free advertising from the old school of thought. You know, there's no such thing as bad publicity. And Donald Trump, I think, nails that. I mean, how many millions of dollars in free advertising has Donald Trump enjoyed just from the stories about how many millions Joe Biden took in while Donald Trump's selling Bibles or whatever? I mean, it's crazy when you think about it. I mean, they think that they're hurting Donald Trump, but they're so ridiculous these days that even the casual observer is starting to realize that everything they say is a deception, and a lazy deception. At that, the average person knows that Donald Trump did not threaten a bloodbath. The average person knows that Donald Trump did not forget his wife's name. And the average person knows that Joe Biden is the kind of guy to ignore the voters outside calling for peace in order to hang out with celebrities for $500,000 apiece inside. And they are one by one starting to realize that Donald Trump, for all his faults, for all his mean tweets, is the kind of guy who will visit and console the young wife of a fallen police officer. And they're right. You know, the contrast between these two guys could not be any more different. And our choice could not be any more clear, man. And really, what it says about our world, I think, is the most troubling part. I mean, one of those guys is believed and lifted up and adored, and the other is hated and attacked and feared. And when you look at it in those terms, man, it's almost impossible to not let it get to you. But we can't let it get to us, man. We got to keep the faith. We have just got to find a way to win. But that's just my take, guys. Let me know yours in the comments. If you haven't already, be a part of our growth. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. I'll see you in the next one.